Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Macomb High School. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Grant Hicks is on the camera tonight. Ransom Zinley, one of the starters for Payson-Seymour. Brody Deeker, number 14. Number 32, Connor Howell. Ashton Baker, number 33. And there's one more.
Number 15, Hunter Miller.
And number 15, Hunter Miller. Also one of the starters for Payson-Seymour. Austin Kramberg, the head coach. Starters for the Macomb High Bombers JV squad. Malachi Conley, one of the starters.
Also starting at guard, 5'10" freshman, number 10, Drew Watson.
Drew Watson, number 10.
Also at guard, a 6' sophomore, number 11,
Braden Holthouse.
Starting at forward, freshman at 5'9", starting at forward, a 5'9" sophomore, number 33, Jeffrey Lee.
Jeffrey Lee starting as well.
And also at forward, 6' freshman, number 42, Emmett Beck.
Emmett Beck,
The Bombers are coached by Coach
number 42 in the starting lineup as well for the Bombers tonight.
Chris Wright and Scott Clausen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Bomber basketball.
As we get ready to go here, good to be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. It's out of town for some other work and just getting back, so it's the first game back. Thanks for having us here. As the first shot was off, no good, and we are back the other way. Malachi Conley with it for the Bombers. Down low, Lee is going to get called for the travel, a turnover for the Bombers, and a missed shot for the Indians, and a turnover for the Bombers results in no score here. Just underway, 7:40 to go in quarter number 1, and that's going to go off of the Indians out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Bombers. Drew Watson walking it up the floor into a 1-2-2 zone trap in the half-court set. Falls back into a 2-3 zone for Payson-Seymour. Beck working hard down low. Into the lane it goes. Watson from just inside the free throw line. Shots off, no good. Rebound stripped away by Beck. Given out to Conley. Conley for 3, right side. Off, no good. Rebound for the Indians. It goes number 33, Ashton Baker. And a steal. And back the other way it goes. And Braden Holthouse is going to get the first points of the game for the Bombers. And it's 2-0 with 6:45 to go. And a steal by Malachi Conley. And he'll get his first 2. And it's 4-0 Bombers. Tyler Cummings, we'll look forward to seeing you, buddy. Another steal from behind by Drew Watson this time. He's going to get the layup. And it's 6-0 just that fast in a matter of about 20 seconds with 6:21 to go. A timeout's going to be called on the floor, charged to the Payson-Seymour Indians, and we'll take a break as well. And we'll be back. Actually, we'll keep it here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You're watching Arnold Brothers coverage of Macomb Bomber Sports, brought to you by Ron Elby Auto Sales, with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop and talk to the fine folks, Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit them at www.lbsellscars.com to check out their inventory. And Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling, since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. So So the ball has barely got across half court the last 2 times down the floor for the Indians. It's been great defense by the Bombers. They've opened a 6-0 lead, and now to the rack. The foul's going to be called on the floor, though. Driving and getting the fouls, Brody Deeker. You're probably going to hear his name a lot tonight. Jeffrey Lee is going to pick up the foul for Macomb. It'll be his first, team's first. And another steal. This time Holthouse goes, lays it up. Getting back in defense for the Indians was number 15, Hunter Miller. He kind of made Holthouse change his shot a little bit and couldn't get the layup to fall. Nearly stolen away again. It's going to be back the other way with it. Zinley. Zinley has it tipped away. Conley comes down with it. Now he's going to have an easy layup at the other end. Wrong hand, and he missed the shot, but Holthouse is there for the rebound. He's got 4. Bombers are up 8-0 with 5:30 to go here in the first quarter. Baker with it, down low. Outside now it goes to Howell. Howell on the dribble is going to try and go baseline on Holthouse. Can't get there. He actually got there. It had nothing to do once he did. Got underneath the basket, clear at the baseline. Ball stripped away, but goes right back to Zinley. He gets his first 2. And it's the first 2 for the Indians as well, with 5 minutes remaining. 8-2 is the score. Conley with a runner and a little floater. Couldn't get it to fall. And Holthouse, is that down there? No, it's Beck down there. Beck's going to pick up the foul for the Bombers. It'll be his first. They called it on Conley? Huh. Well, okay. Malachi Conley's going to pick up the foul. His first. Team second. Still Howell with it on the dribble, guarded by Holthouse. Down low, he looks for and throws over the top of number 11, Jace Gilmore. Hogue checking in for Nolan Hogue checking in for the Bombers. Watson's going to walk it up the floor with 4:35 remaining in quarter number 1. Three on the way by Holthouse, off no good. Howell tracks down the rebound and outlets it to Miller, who finally back to Howell it comes. It's tipped away. Beck comes down with it. Holthouse back the other way now. Hogue cutting to the basket, right back to Holthouse. He'll back it out and reset the offense for the Bombers as we approach the halfway point of quarter number 1. Hogue drives baseline, throws it off the glass, no good. Picked up off the floor by Holthouse. His short-range jumper off, no good. And that's going to go off a blue jersey out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bombers. Holthouse into Beck. Watson tracks it down just before the half-court stripe. And a foul on the Indians. Connor Howell picks up the foul, his first. Team's first. Down low, Hogue has it knocked away. It goes right to the hands of Holthouse, though. And Bombers reset things. Out top it comes Watson at the 10-foot line. Dribbles right side. Now to Holthouse. Back to Watson. He'll loft up a triple. It's off no good. Rebound to the Indians. Down there with the rebound was Miller. Bringing it up the floor now is going to be Deeker. Deeker throws it right into the hands of Holthouse. Holthouse from the right side. Layup off short again. Hogue's there for the rebound. His shot's off no good. Holthouse with a rebound. And the Bombers have missed a lot of easy looks at the basket. Now Hogue's going to throw one away. Deeker's going to take it back the other way. 2:50 remaining. Gilmore had it. Back to Deeker. Probably heard Deeker's name in a varsity game as well, along with his brother, I do believe it is. A couple Deekers playing at the same time in the varsity contest, probably. Brody Deeker backs it back out, resets the offense with 2:27 remaining, but a bad pass, another layup attempt coming for Holdhouse, and that one will fall. It's 10-2. Holdhouse has 6. Howell, corner, Gilmore, 3. Off no good. Holdhouse with a rebound. Outlets it in a hurry to Watson. Watson's going to go to the rack. He puts the shot up and in. Watson has 4 points. And they're going to call Holdhouse for the foul. It'll be his first, team's third. Langdon Lambert and Zariah Penn checking in. Zariah Penn, number 2. Lambert, number 35. Corner, Gilmore, another try to 3. That one was an air ball. Went right to Powell, though. His shot's up high off the glass and good for Connor Powell. He gets 2. Holdhouse 3, top of the key, is good. A sports corner 3 for Braden Holdhouse. He's got 9 points. And the Bombers lead 15-4. Howell, excuse me. Penn going to come up with it after it was knocked away. He goes back the other way. And he's going to get called for the charge. Good call. Hunter Miller was down there sitting for quite some time. Penn's going to pick up his first, team's 4th.
His first, team 4th.
Deeker, pull-up jumper from about 15 feet short. Penn with the rebound for the Bombers. Back the other way they go. 3 on the way, Holdhouse. Another sports corner 3 for Braden Holdhouse. He's got 12 points now. 18-4, 35 seconds left in quarter number 1. 3 on the way, partially blocked by Penn. Watson comes down with it. He goes out to Holdhouse. Holdhouse slows things up and backs it out. 23 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Oh, nice give, and moving without the basketball. Holdhouse gets 2 more. Another steal. Saved inbounds. Howell has it, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. Bombers lead at the end of 1, 20-4. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I told them about the staff of MDH. You know, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
And welcome back to Macomb High School. Game being brought to you by the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb. Serving soup, salad, sandwiches, homemade dessert, Blue Bunny ice cream, and a full-service coffee bar. Breakfast served all day and free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com. Call 309-837-6700 for your takeout. And Sports Corner at 124. Macomb's original local sports bar is Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time Live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. So, second quarter underway. Bombers get the ball to start the quarter. They lead 20-4, 7:50 and a 3. A sports corner 3 for Drew Watson. He's got 7 points. And it's 23-4. Howell with it. He's going to go into the lane, puts up the left-handed shot off, no good. Lambert with the rebound. Conley. Watson, another triple, short that time. Ball picked up off the floor, jump ball, be possession to the Indians. Jordan Martin checking in for the Indians. Hobson was down there getting tied up with him. Deeker to Jordan Martin. That's not Jordan Martin. Jordan Martin's number 1. I don't have number 2 on my roster. So you look back at number 2 is Aiden Freezy, I believe. Lambert down low. Up and under move for Lambert. And he gets his first 2. 25-4, 6:42 to go here in the first half. Skip across, Zinley with it. Picked up by Watson. Gives it off to Freezy. Penn picks him up. A pair of twos guarding each other right there. Deeker throws it right to the feet of Martin. Conley with it after the outlet by Lambert. Conley high off the glass. A finger roll bank shot. Abram Olsen Country Financial bank shot. Martin gets his first 2. (27-8) the score. Watson with it, 5:45 remaining. Skip across. So I think he was trying to skip that across to Penn, but it hit the backboard. Freezy comes down with it, and it's going to be Deeker walking it up the floor to Zinley. Zinley underneath. Might have got away with the travel. Got down there amongst the trees, couldn't do anything with it. Lambert came down with it. Conley pull up 3, top of the key. A sports corner 3 for Malachi Conley. He's got 5 points now. And the Bombers continue to open the lead. It's 30-8. Deeker all the way, dumps it out. Zinley looks at the 3, takes it. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound to Conley after it was tipped by Lambert. Conley's going to dump it down to Watson. Watson back to Penn. Penn has it knocked away by Freezy, and Howell comes up with it. 5 minutes remaining. Deeker to walk it up now. Trying to slow things down. A steal by Conley. See, harassed Deeker, and he gets the bucket to fall. Malachi Conley's got 7 points. Freezy. Howell, long 3. It's well short. Zinley got pushed out of bounds by Watson, and it's going to be a air ball turnover. Venonic checking in for the Bombers. Also, Holdhouse back in with 4:25 to go. Conley with it right side, back up top. Holdhouse. Conley on the right wing. Throws it to Venonic. Venonic now gets tripped and pushed. They're going to call him for a travel instead of a foul, and it'll be a turnover. But Gock going to check in now, replacing Hobson.
Into the Bomber lineup, number 23, Matthew Gock.
Gilmore gives it to Zinley. Zinley out top. Gilmore again. He's going to try and drive. And, well, I don't know how that's not a travel, but maybe he didn't have control of the basketball. It was knocked away. Freezy. Martin. He throws it up over the glass. A couple Bombers fight for the ball. Howell comes down with it. He puts another shot up. Gets his own rebound. Puts the shot up again. And Howell gets his 4th point. The lead is huge right now for the Bombers with 3:30 to go, but Howell is playing hard for the Indians. Working underneath. Holdhouse for three. It's long. Going to go through the hands of, they're going to say Penn didn't touch it. Went off of Martin. It's going to be possession to the Bombers. 3:19 remaining here in the first half. Conley with it. Holdhouse, Penn. He's going to drive baseline. Dumps it off to Vanonik, and Vanonik's going to get his first two on a pass from Penn. And the Bombers back up to a 24-point lead. Well, they've only got 8 on the scoreboard for them, so I guess I'll take 2 off. Maybe I gave them too much credit. Baseline, Zinley, shot good. He's got his 4th point. Vanonik, another turnaround. It's off, no good. Penn tipping the ball around. It's going to be picked up off the floor by Vanonik. His shot's off, no good again. Gets his own rebound, put back off, no good again. Gok this time with the rebound. He'll put it up and in. Matthew Gok gets his first 2. Going to go off of Conley. Zinley lost it. Brady Scalf checking in for Macomb. Penn takes a seat. 2:09 remaining in the first half. Bombers with the lead. Zinley. Stripped away by Conley as Howell had it knocked away. Conley's going to go. A little reverse layup on a Euro step for Conley. He's up to 9 points. Well, they got him for 11. I've only got him for 9, so I'll make it 11, I guess. Martin. Isaac House checking in. Conley's going to take a seat for Macomb. 1:37 remaining in the first half. Gilmore with it for Payson-Seymour. Freezy looks at the 3, doesn't take it. Vanonik a little hard on the defense there, and he'll pick up the foul to be his first, team's 5th. Zinley going to inbound. Daniel Taylor checking in for Macomb High. Holdhouse going to take a seat. Ball ends up in Howell's hands. Zinley as they approach 1:10 to go. Martin back to Zinley. Down low, Howell spins in on Taylor. Shots. Are they going to count it or are they going to say it's on the floor? Basket is good. Foul's going to be on Taylor. It'll be his first, team 6th. First free throw shot of the night by Howell for either team, actually. Howell shoot it with 1:05 to go in the first half. And he made it. He's got 7 of his team's 13. Gok with it, under a minute to go, down to 50 seconds. Scalf, back to Gok. Gok looks at the 3, doesn't take it. Gets it down to Vanonik, who has it stripped away by Freezy with 40 seconds remaining. Freezy on the dribble. Martin, a little hop, skip, and a jump. No travel call. Taylor with the rebound. Martin with the miss. Hustles back down. Taylor, that little crossover. He's going to lose it out of bounds, and it'll go to the Indians with 17.9 seconds left. And we might have a technical. And it's going to be Taylor getting the technical foul. With 17.9 seconds left. Taylor apparently said something, according to the official anyway. Howell shooting 2 free throws. Hits the first one. He's got 8. And he missed the second. He's 2 for 3 from the free throw line in the first half here. He's the only player to shoot free throws for either team with 17.9 seconds remaining. Into the lane. Freezy is going to draw the foul on Scalf. That'll be his first, team's 7th. Make it 8th because the technical foul counts as a foul as well. I was wondering why the fouls aren't counting up. I was hitting the wrong button, folks. I apologize. Freezy hits the first, missed the second. Out of bounds, and that's how the first half's going to end. End of the first half of play. 38-15 is the score. The Bombers lead the Indians of Payson-Seymour. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as we're starting to have a few problems with the connection here for some reason. So we'll take a break, and we'll try to work on that at halftime. We'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, welcome back. We're here now with Wanda Foster, the Vice President of Nursing and Clinical Administration. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Well, what we're going to talk about today is some of the opportunities that are available at MDH for students, whether they be high school students, Spoon River College students, or Western students. MDH has a lot of opportunities to be involved and to learn, right?
We absolutely do. And we look so forward to having students here. We are a clinical site for Western Illinois University and their bachelor's program for nursing, as well as for Spoon River College nursing students and others that are doing some independent study. We welcome students, and we also encourage high school students. If you would like to learn more about nursing, we would love to meet with you. And there are opportunities at the hospital also where they can apply for jobs here, for positions. So we work closely with our nursing students, and we hope to recruit them and attract them and want to come back.
I know that publicly there's been a shortcoming or a shortage of nurses, right? And I know that every hospital and every nursing home and every clinical place period is searching for nurses. So how important is it for MDH to have these groups work with them, whether it be MDH or be Spoon River College or whatever the case may be? How important is it for MDH to then recruit those nurses to stay here and work as a profession?
It's very important. We want nursing students to feel very comfortable here, to enjoy their clinical experience and their opportunities here. And then we want them to feel very comfortable, to give them a good orientation. We hire new graduates, of course, into our acute care area as well as the intensive care unit. We hire new graduates in the emergency room, in home health and hospice, in our OB department, and our surgery department. These are all areas that new graduates can come into. We certainly give them a robust orientation. No one starts on their own until they feel completely ready. They have a mentor certainly with them, and we want to give them the best start for success that we can. And then there are many areas of specialty they can choose to go into. Nursing is a very unique field. You can work full-time, you can work part-time if you need to take time off for some reason. It's a field that you can kind of step into a little bit more than maybe some other fields in healthcare. We also have scholarships available through our auxiliary, through the hospital, and then once someone is an employee here, we do have some tuition reimbursement. So we will certainly help with that.
And going back to the scholarships and the shortages that are across the board, not necessarily at MDH, but everywhere. Right? So everywhere. This is a profession that you can make a good living at and be pretty sure to have a job, right? So
absolutely.
This is a profession that high schoolers that are playing these sporting events or high schoolers that are watching these sporting events should consider, I would imagine.
Yes, very much so. You will always be assured to have a job, a career in nursing. I hate to call it just a job because you really want someone on that career path who has that passion for caring for people, for providing nursing care. Through your education and through your orientation, we can teach you your skill set. But if you have that passion and the desire to be in the nursing profession, you will do fine.
Yeah, a career and a job, while they might be listed as the same thing, they're really not, correct? I mean, if your career is being a nurse, you're probably going to enjoy it a lot more than if it's a job, right?
That's right. And you don't go into it first and foremost for the money. You go into it because that's what you want to do with your life, and the money certainly will follow.
Yeah, and that goes for anything probably,
yes.
But the nice thing is right now, whether the money's good or bad, there's always going to be a job.
There will.
If you can get through the schooling and you can learn to love what you're doing, there's always going to be a job for you, right?
And it's not something for high school graduates exclusively. We have many people who have made changes midlife. We have people who have retired from their career in one thing and have chosen to go into nursing. So it's open for any age, and we certainly welcome that.
And you mentioned there's different areas of expertise for nurses. People think of that for doctors, but it's really that same way for nurses, right? I mean, you can be a surgical nurse and really become a great surgical nurse, or you can become a great ICU nurse, or you can do all those things.
Yes.
But if you really want to focus on something or be at OB, which you guys have a great OB department here, if that's what you want your focus to be and you really love working with expected and new mothers and young babies, you can do that, right?
You can do that. We also have positions in our MDH physician clinic practices as well. And if you are in nursing and you can choose to specialize in a certain department, you can choose to go on and be a director or a clinical care coordinator. You can go back to school and become a nurse practitioner, become a certified registered nurse anesthetist. You can go many different directions and really as high as to whatever extent in your education you would like to pursue.
Well, Wanda, thanks for coming and talking to us. We greatly appreciate it. I know that there's probably specific places within MDH that they can reach out to, correct? Is there somewhere that they need to call if they're interested?
I would call our human resource department and start there, and then they can help direct and guide you. They can tell you about openings that we currently have. All of our current positions are listed on our MDH website. www.mdh.org. But certainly any positions for high school students, if they would like to start somewhere within the organization or volunteer experience, reach out to Human Resources and they can help direct you.
Well, again, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back to Macomb High School. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH's Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling presents Bombers Sports. Tonight, it's varsity boys basketball and JV boys basketball. Right now, you're watching a JV contest between the Macomb High Bombers and the Payson-Seymour Indians. 2:18 to go here in the halftime as the Bombers lead 38-15. We'll mark it to the third quarter so I don't forget. Looking at the leading scorers, 8 points leading the way for Connor Howell for the Indians, 4 points for Ransom Zinley, 2 points for Jordan Martin, and 1 point for number 2, Aiden Freezy. For the Bombers, a game-high 14 points for Braden Holdhouse, 11 points for Malachi Conley, 7 points for Drew Watson, 2 points for Chase Vanonic, 2 points for Matthew Gock, and 2 points for Langdon Lambert. Unofficially. That's all the scoring in the first half for these two teams. Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm, face-to-face, over the phone, by email, or by text. You choose how you do business with Tom Conklin State Farm, Macomb. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. And M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at 41 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.mnbfurniturinc.com. That's and spelled out. You can also call 309-772-2111. And the Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, Blandesville, and, of course, Macomb. I'll tell you, I have been slacking because I was out of town working at other places. I didn't get the Sports Reports Bites, Tri-State Sports Report Bites out the last couple weeks, and actually days got away from me. I would have done something this week, and I apologize to all the fine folks that got used to seeing that. As long as they don't completely drop me, we'll try it again next week. And then we'll have baseball season coming up, softball track. Malachi Conley for 3, a Sports Corner 3 for Malachi Conley, and he's got 14. So I owe the fine folks at the Community News Brief an apology. I just lost track of days. The traveling and jobs other places has made it difficult. Watson with a steal. He's going to outlet it to Beck. And Emmett Beck gets his first 2 of the night. And it's 43-15. 7:08 remaining in the third quarter. Zinley, give and go. I'm not sure if that was a give and go or who that went off of. It's going to go to the Indians. Not sure if that was supposed to be a give and go to Zinley or if it was supposed to be a pass down to Ashton Baker, but either way, it didn't work out. The Bombers gave it back, though. Deeker with it. Deeker up top to Freezy. 6:50 remaining and Freezy loses it, but goes right to Deeker. Deeker, dribble, baseline, kicks it up, Freezy. Freezy drives, throws it up, and it's going to be picked up off the floor by Baker. He's going to outlet it to Deeker for 3. It's off, no good. Baker with a rebound. Out to Zinley. To Freezy. 6:25 remaining in the third quarter. Now to Deeker. Deeker baseline floater, long. Tipped around, picked up by Zinley. Zinley's going to get a nice look at a layup, and it'll fall. He's got 6. Three on the way by Holdhouse. A sports corner 3 for Braden Holdhouse. He's got 17. Another sports corner 3 for the sophomore Braden Holdhouse. And the Bombers lead by 29. Pass over the top of Baker. Out of bounds. Possession to the Bombers. Checking in is going to be Jordan Martin for the Indians. 5:50 left in quarter number 3. We will have running clock if we stay above 30 at the start of or some point during the fourth quarter. Clock does not continue to run until the fourth quarter. That's when the mercy rule comes into effect. Malachi Conley short on a 3. Tipped by Beck. Holdhouse now to Conley. Conley's going to drive. Puts the runner up. Off no good. Tipped out right to Zenley, and he's going to go back the other way. And he's going to put up a finger roll, and then Martin's going to knock it out of bounds. As Holdhouse kind of hesitated back behind him, waiting for a big block, and Zenley knew he was there and threw it up a little low in a weird-looking layup, but couldn't get it to fall. Holdhouse to inbound. Hobson. Isaac has it stripped away by Zenley, out of bounds. .505 remaining in the third quarter. A lot of subs in now. Lee is in. Lambert is in. Hobson. Hogue in there as well. Jeffrey Lee. 4:45 remaining. Lee gets the bucket to fall. .48-17 with 4:30 remaining. Deeker. Skip across to Martin. Up top Zenley. Back to Freezy now. Foul's going to be called on Lee. That'll be his second. Team's first of the second half. Deeker on the dribble. Howell runner off no good. Lambert with the rebound. Hogue brings it back the other way. Lambert going to be fouled by Deeker, and Lambert's going to be shooting the first free throws of the game for the Bombers. Foul's going to be on Deeker. It'll be his first. Brody Deeker, the sophomore, picking up the foul. Langdon Lambert has got 2 points unofficially. Missed the first free throw. Second one short as well. Freezy to Howell. Trying to get it to Deeker. Couldn't get it there because of Hobson. And a traveling is going to be called as Freezy went to the floor. Possession to the Bombers. And the Bombers lose it. Back to the Indians. Deeker leaves it around for Martin. Zenley looks at the three, doesn't take it. Three on the way by Howell is wide off left. Tipped around. Deeker comes down with it. Howell now gets blocked by Hogue. And it's going to be a foul, though. Hogue will pick up his first. Hogue picks up his first. Bombers second. 2 free throws coming for Connor Howell. He's 2 for 3. Misses the first. He made his first 2. He's missed his last 2. Zariah Penn checking in for Macomb. 2:59 to go in the third quarter. And he missed that one as well. He's missed his last 3. Hogue nearly loses it, gets it near side. Isaac with it. Up to Penn, top of the key. .225 left. Bunch of freshmen on the floor right now for the Bombers. 3 of them anyway. Pass is knocked away on an inlet pass. 2:05 are left. The final regular season home games for several teams in our area. Freezy dumps it down to Martin. Brody Deeker now, he looks to drive, dumps it out to Zinley. Zinley won't take the 3. Freezy might. No, he won't. 1:45 remaining. Deeker with it now. Freezy. BPC's having their senior night tonight. Freezy loses it. Hobson comes up with it. Lambert now back the other way. Penn on the rebound and the put back. Penn gets his first 2. As I was saying, BPC has their senior night tonight. They're playing North Fulton. You can watch that here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Howell with it down low. Puts up a reverse finger roll. Hogue with the rebound. And his outlet pass stolen away by Deeker. Deeker pulls up. 3, good for Brody Deeker. His first 3 of the night. 50-20. 50 seconds remaining. A-Town's playing their final home game of the night, of the season. Well, regular season home game. BPC hosts a regional game. Freezy's going to try a 3. It's off, no good. Martin with the rebound. And Hogue is going to pick up foul number 2. Foul number 3 for the Bombers. Jordan Martin going to shoot 2 free throws. 37.8 seconds left here in quarter number 3. First free throw, good. Some subs coming in for Payson-Seymour. Number 25, Dalton Oral. Second free throw, off, no good. Lambert with the rebound. Outlets it. Comes down. Looking to Hobson. Throws behind him, and Gilmore is there to steal it away. Gilmore was the other sub to come in for the Indians. Deeker with it, 20 seconds remaining. Technically, as it sits right now, we'll see what they do, but technically it's not at 30 at the start of the fourth quarter. Would have to get back to 30 before the clock would run. We'll see if they start it anyway or not. Martin's shot's off, no good. Lambert, a three-quarter court shot is no good, and that's how the third quarter is going to come to an end. 50-21. At the end of 3 quarters of play. Fourth quarter coming your way next. game tonight being brought to you by King Family Chiropractic with locations in Bushnell and Macomb. Supports Macomb High Athletics. They offer office hours in Macomb Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Bushnell Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. To set an appointment, call 309-837-MY-DC. That's 6932. They also perform DOT and CDL physicals. And Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there is limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. And Midwest Ice. Do you need ice for your upcoming event? Look no further. Midwest Ice has you covered. Midwest Ice is Central Illinois' newest ice delivery service. We deliver ice directly to your event. Call Blaine Wrench at 309-351-8192 for a quote today. It will be Payson-Seymour basketball to open the final quarter of play. I don't have the score right. It's actually 50-21. Freezy inbounds, or gets the inbound, walks it up the floor now. Deeker nearly throws it away. Freezy's going to get the bank shot off, no good. How are you, sir? Not too bad. Polk Jr. with it now. He goes up top to Gok. Tyler Cummings came and said hi. Scalf with it, 7:28. Gok. Oh, a little. Thought they were going to let that go. That was like a Euro step and a half, which in real basketball terms makes it about a 4-step deal, but I thought they were going to let it go. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I am fantastic. You want to call some of this game with me? Yeah, you don't want to? I'd let you. I'm Amanda. Here, Amanda, just take the microphone and start talking. No? You don't want to? No, you're not mute. You are definitely not mute. I know better than that. I worked with you far too long to even think that. So 7 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Come back in between games. Amanda didn't realize I was actually live. I think she thought I was Gok for three. It's off, no good. Martin with the rebound. 6:45 remaining. Amanda was thinking I wasn't actually broadcasting. Still 50-21. 6:35 to go in a basketball game. Right side three for Deeker is off, no good. Long rebound picked up by Gilmore. He's going to lose it. Vanonik with the steal. He'll go back the other way and put the shot up over Deeker. And Vanonik gets two more. That makes it 52-21. And it is officially a 31-point lead now. So the clock will continue to run. Freezy, a little jump step and a nice move, but can't finish. Polk Jr. with the rebound for the Bombers. 5:57 remaining. It will be a running clock outside of timeouts now here in this one. Inlet pass to Vanonik. There's a jump ball. It'll stay with the Bombers underneath their own basket. 5:40 remaining here. Clock running with the 31-point lead, 52-21. Scalf up top, Vanonik. Over to Isaac House. House, nice little crossover to the feet of Scalf. Back to Polk Jr. Right side Gok now, 5:20 remaining. His inlet pass to Vanonik, stolen away by Freezy. Deeker back the other way now. He's going to drive on Polk Jr. Loses the ball. Polk Jr. comes up with it. He pushes it back the other way for the Bombers. He tried to get it down to Vanonik, a little too late. Freezy steals it away with 5 minutes remaining in the basketball game. Deeker, pull up three, top of the key, short. Rebound picked up off the floor by Gok. He'll go to Polk Jr. Martin Polk Jr., number 30. Vanonik, House, back up top Gok, over to Polk Jr. Down, another pass taken away as he looked for Vanonik. And subs coming in, going to be Baker and number 22, Vincent Edwards. Benonic takes a seat. Daniel Taylor checks back in after picking up the technical at the end of the first half. This is his first action of the second half. Gilmore now walks it up the floor for the Indians. Edwards with it. Back to Gilmore as we approach the 4-minute mark, halfway through quarter number 4. We will stay here after this fourth quarter and and Edwards for 3. It's short. Gock fighting for a rebound down there. Might have had more arm than basketball, but he ends up with the basketball. And he lost the basketball and then gets called for the travel. Turnover to the Indians. Well, I was getting ready to say we will take a break, but the break will not come until after the recognition of educators in between games. The varsity team basketball players, I'm not sure if Fresh Soft did, or I think it's just the seniors, picked their favorite educators, and they are going to be recognized between games, and they'll do that before the 15 minutes. So what we'll do is we'll stay here. We'll let you guys see that at home, and then we will – oh, there's a 3 by Edwards. He comes off the bench and hits a triple. Vincent Edwards gets the 3. Benonic, the jumper's good. He's got 6. So they wrote a little note to their favorite educator, did the seniors, and then they will be recognized at the conclusion of this Fresh Soft/sophomore game, or JV. And we will let you hear that and see those folks get recognized before we end this stream. And then we will come back with the varsity contest about 15 minutes or so after that. Taylor with it. He's going to drive. Lofted it back out. Vanonic's going to track it down before it gets to half court. 2:10 remaining. Polk Jr. with it. Taylor. Back to Martin Polk Jr. 1:56 remaining. BPC hosts the regional game on Saturday. They'll host the Class A sectional as well. Polk Jr. for 3. And Abram Olson. Country Financial bank shot from 3 for Martin Polk Jr. And now Taylor is going to pick up a foul. It'll be his 3rd. Vanonic's going to come out. Scalf stays in. Not sure who. I think Gock came back in. Martin Polk Jr. nearly with a steal as we approach the 1-minute mark here. Baker with it. He's going to get it back from Hernandez. Dumps it out Freezy. Freezy tries to drive. Down the corner it goes. 3 on the way. Short off the hand of Oral. Nope, that's Hernandez with it. Or Edwards, excuse me. Vincent Edwards. Now Gilmore's going to try to drive. Dumps it back out Freezy. 45 seconds remaining. Boy, a lot of contact there. And they're going to call a foul on Gock, I believe. It is on Gock, his first. Aiden Freeze at the free throw line with 25 seconds. He may not. He's 1 for 2. And it might be pretty much the end of the game here. First one's good. So he's 2 for 3 thus far. They stopped the clock with 21.9 seconds left and started to back up. He missed the second. Taylor, 16-foot jumper's good for Daniel Taylor. That's his first 2 points. Long shot on the way. Polk Jr. to Taylor, puts it up. No good. That's the end of the JV contest. 59-24 is the final. Again, we're going to stay here for the presentation of the educators. And we will wait and see as they have each lined up with their special educator. See, I think, yeah, there Grant turns the camera over to the, as we get ready to go here with all the educators. See if we can hear what they have to say about them on our external microphone. Try to let you hear what the announcer says.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the hangar on behalf of tonight's non-conference contest between the Payson-Seymour Indians and your Macomb Bombers. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Education Appreciation Night. The boys basketball program would like to thank these 8 educators for the commitment, dedication, and enthusiasm and passion they bring to teaching the students of Macomb. At this time, we'd like to recognize the following individuals. Connor Watson honors Mr. Brock Boehner. Choosing Mr. Boehner for Teacher Appreciation Night was one of the easiest decisions of the year. He's been in my life for 17 years. Mr. Boehner always knows the right things to say to me at the right times, whether that's on the athletic field or in the classroom. Thank you for being a great influence on my life. So tonight, I celebrate you, Mr. Boehner. Thank you. Stephen Stuffleby honors Mrs. Sievers, his 5th grade teacher. I couldn't wait every day for 5th grade. I laughed every day and made memories I will never forget. Thank you, Mrs. Sievers. Mrs. Sievers was a role model. She taught me to be a leader. She put students first, and you felt her heart every day. She has made an everlasting impact on my life. Thank you, Mrs. Sievers. Hunter Wilson honors Mr. Wilson tonight, also known as Dad. Mr. Wilson was my 11th grade history teacher. My favorite message was the idea of good karma and bad karma. He told us about powerful countries that would mislead less powerful ones, then regretted by an outcome of an event. He taught us to compare this to life. Respect and courtesy to everyone, or the same will happen to you. Thank you, Mr. Wilson. I'm a better student and a student of life because of you. Langdon Allen. Langdon Allen celebrates Mr. Keene. Mr. Keene was my health and leadership teacher, 2 of my favorite classes. Mr. Keene has had a way in the classroom to get everyone to interact. His words always have meaning, and somehow he reaches everyone right where they are. Mr. Keene is a teacher who cares. He makes class fun, and I honestly think he is one of the best teachers at MHS. Maybe even in the district. Thank you, Mr. Keene, for showing up each and every day. Nolan Kerr. Nolan Kerr honors Mr. Crosby. Mr. Crosby was my 6th grade history teacher. He had a way of engaging everyone in the classroom and made learning fun. Mr. Crosby wasn't a role model. I looked up to him. Mr. Crosby connected with everyone in the history class, and I appreciated how special he made everyone feel. Thank you, Mr. Crosby. You have made an impact on my life forever. Lindsay May. Lindsay May honors Miss Hensley. Miss Hensley was my 9th through 12th grade ASC teacher. I have known her since the 6th grade. Miss Hensley is funny, caring, and always sparks an interesting conversation with me that pushes my thoughts on to the next level. I appreciate Miss Hensley because she never allowed me to fall off track. She helped me to stay on top of my work and never let me down. Thank you for making an impact on my life, Miss Hensley. Jack Duncan celebrates Mr. Horrell. Mr. Tanner Horrell was my 4th through 6th grade PE teacher at Edison Elementary School. He also played out the part of basketball and football coach in my life. Mr. Horrell made learning fun. He taught me to be more competitive and believe in myself as a person and a player. Thank you, Mr. Horrell. My life has truly been impacted by your influence. Baraka Ferezzi honors Mr. Hoyer. Mr. Hoyer was my 11th grade English teacher at West Prairie. This was my all-time favorite class of high school. I appreciate his commitment to teaching and learning more about Black history. Mr. Hoyer had the ability to connect with the entire class on any topic and make learning fun. Thank you, Mr. Hoyer, for your impact on my life forever. As a final thank you tonight from the MHS boys basketball team, we would like to recognize all and any educators in attendance. If you are an educator, please stand up and be honored if you are a current, former, or retired teacher. Your commitment and sacrifice in the profession every day allows us to make a difference in so many students' lives after a year. Please stand to be recognized if you are an educator. Thank you for your impact on students around our district day in and day out. Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause for our wonderful educators on Educator Appreciation Night.
So that will do it for our broadcast for the JV contest. So Educator Appreciation Night as well. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so for tonight's varsity contest. Thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live. You've been watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.